put in a situation where this North Carolina team has really been hot, especially over the past couple of innings with a big 4-run inning earlier. Freshman Wiseman has had 3 appearances so far. He's not allowed an earned run so far, which bodes well. He's going to have a tough lineup to face. Last saw him against Georgia Southern, March 10th, where he went an inning. He only gave up 1 hit, 1 run, but it wasn't earned. So this is probably the biggest spot that the freshman has been in so far in his career.
He's a big kid, 6'5", 215. I'm guessing he probably played football for the Greyhounds there at Pope. He'll be facing Wormuth, Miller, and Dunbar. And here is Logan Wormuth standing in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Well, first pitch is out of the zone. Danny Hall wants Mr. Wiseman to come in and throw some strikes. There's 2-0.
Final line on Brandon Gold. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 earned runs given up, and 4 of them coming on the big 4-run homer, the grand slam by Alex Rayburn.
Doesn't get the call, and it's 3-0. Wormuth looking for his second walk of the game. There's a get him over strike. At that point, you just put down the 1 and fire it in there. Here's a 3-1. Ooh, plunked him.
Getting hit by a pitch with 2 strikes is, with 3 balls is one of the more frustrating things that happens in baseball. As you see, Wormuth just wasn't able to get out of the way of that one. Takes it on the shoulder blade.
Yeah, not a bad spot, but it still stings. It'll be Brian Miller. I say it's not a bad spot because I'm way up here. Brian Miller struck out in the second and singled.
Wiseman's getting an opportunity to get some competition against very good North Carolina team here in ACC play, but he's going to have to throw some strikes in there. It's a very patient lineup.
This is a very patient batter as well. Miller's on-base percentage coming in today was .476, which led the team. Here's the 1-1. Squaring to bunt once again, and it's a beauty. Second baseman Bailey covers first, and the sacrifice is successful.
Great job by Miller of just doing his job, getting the bunt down the line. The only play Thomas Smith had was going to be to first base. It just deadens the ball. Thomas Smith has to field it. There's nowhere for him to go but to Wade Bailey.
And here is Corey Dunbar. Singled back in the second. Put up the first Tar Heel RBI. He struck out in the fourth. That was that big inning where Rayburn followed up with a grand slam.
Now Corey Dunbar on the series is 3 for 6. Home run and a double.
Oh, he's trying for another one there. Chops it foul. Dunbar, 353 on the season, slugging .549 and a .353 batting average with runners in scoring position as well. Just one out, runner at second base. There's a ball outside, evens it up. Dunbar out of West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia. Takes a strike breaking pitch, maybe the slider. on the outside.
It's a good off-speed pitch by Wiseman. First one that we'd seen, drops it in the strike zone, and Dunbar had no choice but to lay off of it.
See what Wiseman comes back with 1-2. Left it up in the zone, but it was off the plate enough. He just able to foul it off.
And what Wiseman just did there is great pitching. You keep the ball low early in the count, then you go with an off-speed pitch that changes the eye level of the batter, and you throw a fastball with that same starting eye plane as the off-speed pitch.
Here's another one. It's going to be grounded to short. Justice up with it. The runner does advance to third base.
Smart play by Connor Justice going to first base. Didn't even look like he really thought about ever trying to get the lead runner, Warmoth, at third. But a smart play. Take the out in this situation. Either way, North Carolina's going to need a hit to get that runner in, whether he's on second or on third.
It was just slow enough that Justice knew that he had one play to make, but the run was going to advance to third base. And here is Sutherland. He's popped out and walked. He's going to send a flare out to right field, and Purifoy was playing in and makes an easy play to end the inning. So Wiseman comes in, hits a batter, but settles down after that. And North Carolina will take a lead to the bottom of the sixth, 5-0. Making some noise there in the sixth.
First time Georgia Tech's been able to string together some good at-bats, timely hits. Ryan Purifoy getting second life after fly ball that he hit in foul territory fell harmlessly to the turf and made the most of it by singling between the shortstop and third baseman through the sixth hole. Now it's going to be up to North Carolina. It feels like all the momentum has shifted to Georgia Tech. They're just itching to get the bats back out there. We'll see if Alex Rayburn, who had the big hit earlier in the game, the grand slam, see if he can get something going for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, Wiseman's back out there for Georgia Tech, and he starts off Rayburn with a strike. Here's 0-1 pitch. Another bender just off the plate. The junior from Durham. And that big grand slam, like you mentioned, he's going to send one towards the gap. Anyone going to get there? Oh, man, just off the glove of Purifoy. And it bounces away from the infielders as well. Well, that's a tough play, making it on the run, especially he hasn't played all that much out there.
Yeah, it's a very tough play, and Kel Johnson has been your everyday right fielder this year. Ryan Purifoy definitely has the speed, and that ball is coming off a right-handed bat. It does tail towards the line there and right, and it looked like it hit off of that side of Purifoy's glove, but a great job to get over there. He and Spingola both cover a ton of ground in the outfield, just not able to bring it in, and North Carolina's in a situation where they've got a runner on second, nobody out. I'm surprised to see the leadoff man Lassiter not squaring around.
So runner at second base and nobody out. Lassiter's 0 for 3. He is not squaring, taking ball 2. Well, as a pitcher, you can't let what happened behind you affect you moving forward. Short memories are valuable.
You still you've got to trust those guys out in the outfield for you. You've got to throw the ball over the plate and let them work.
There's a strike. Swung on a miss by Lassiter.
certain positions in sports where you said is a short memory, it's valuable. Pitchers, defensive backs in football, goalies in hockey. Got to forget about it and move on to the next one.
Here's the 2-1. Crowded at the plate. Wiseman's battled back to even it up 2-2. Good movement on Wiseman's balls. And Lassiter having trouble with it. Two pitch. Wiseman dangles that arm. Here it is, and it's fouled off.
Wiseman just tipped off that off-speed pitch at the last second. Delivery slowed down a little bit. Had Lassiter fooled initially, but was able to stay back enough to get a little bit on that.
Well, he stays alive, 2-2. Tar Heels trying to answer what Georgia Tech put together. They're in the bottom half of the 6th. Oh, there's a ball that's shot towards the scoreboard. And at the fence, it's made. Catch is made by Keenan Innes. Boy, that one held up a little bit. I thought it had a little bit more run on it.
Got up in the air and carried. And that's a deep part of the ballpark. You see just to the right of that 382 sign. But a really good job by Keenan Innes. Checks the wall, sees that he has room, makes the over-the-shoulder catch. And a really good job making the play, keeping a run from scoring.
Danny Hall comes out and looks like he's going to make the call to the bullpen with one out here in the top of the 7th. Wiseman done a good job. He leaves the runner at second base. We'll let you know about the new Yellow Jacket pitcher when we come back here on ESPN3.
Guy who came up big for you yesterday, bottom of the 8th inning. They're down by 2 runs. Kel Johnson's up at the plate, and he hits a big home run out to right field, opposite field home run. And if Trevor Kelly's going to get his team to extra innings, he's going to have to go through the murderer's row of this Georgia Tech team: Kel Johnson, A.J. Murray, and Matt Gonzalez.
Kelly toes the rubber. Here it is. 5-5. Down in the zone. Don't want to fall behind Kel Johnson because he'll grip it and rip it. "25 RBIs on the season. They're staying away from him, 2-0.
You also don't want to walk in this situation. I don't know if you'd have A.J. Murray bunting behind Kel Johnson, but can't have free base runners at a time like this.
Come up and in, 3-0. Well, you going to play with fire, or are you going to just give him something he can't hit?
You've got to go after him. I don't think Kel Johnson's going to be swinging away here. You got to throw something. If he decides to swing and he hits the ball out of the park, then it is what it is. But you've got to challenge the hitter.
There's ball 4 out of the strike zone. And Georgia Tech has a runner on in the bottom of the 9th with nobody out. Another dangerous hitter, A.J. Murray. He walked in the 3rd and doubled and scored in the 6th inning.
Interesting to see how Coach Hall wants to play this. Do you take the bat out of A.J. Murray's hands and make him bunt? Do you let him swing away? Tempted to say you let him swing away in this situation, and then if he's not able to get anything going or advance the runner, then you bunt with Matt Gonzalez.
He does square. Kelly can't find the strike zone.
You can see by his demeanor on that one that it was bunt all the way, holding the bat on his shoulder.
He bunts it foul. That's got to be a tough angle to square against a pitcher who's coming so far sidearm off the mound.
Yeah, and especially when he goes outside, off the plate. Tough pitch to bunt. And a guy like A.J. Murray, Kel Johnson, Matt Gonzalez, these are not guys that are asked to bunt a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think that A.J. Murray has a sacrifice bunt. There's the 1-1 from Kelly. He, oh boy, pops it up. Well, you'd rather go out of play than stay anywhere that Tar Heels can record the out.
Yeah, and it's execution down the stretch. You saw it with North Carolina in the top of the inning. Not able to get a bunt down and advance a runner. Now Georgia Tech not able to get a bunt down. But A.J. Murray still has an opportunity to get Kel Johnson over or to come up with a big hit.
One and two to Murray. Runner at first. Way outside, 2-2. Mentioned A.J. Murray, a senior and a team captain in a big spot, big moment for the Jackets. 2-2. Just missed. 3-2.
Good eye by A.J. Murray. That's very tempting. You know the ball's going to run back onto the plate from Trevor Kelly, but ultimately ends up outside, and you got a full count here for A.J. Murray.
Oh, they punched him out on a low pitch. Murray didn't think so. He was halfway up the line.
It's a tough pitch to hit from Trevor Kelly, and honestly one that's been called fairly inconsistently in this ball game. Ball tails back onto the plate, but it looked like A.J. Murray was right. That ball was down outside of the zone. As is, it stands as out number one for the Yellow Jackets.
So here's Matt Gonzalez with one out, runner on. He's going to send it into right field, and you'll have runners at first and second as Kel Johnson decides not to make the turn.
Kel Johnson, not the speediest guy in this Georgia Tech lineup. In a different circumstance, you might have seen a guy try and go first to third and test the arm of Tyler Ramirez. But I think smart by Coach Brian Prince to hold him up at second base.
A lot of first pitch hits for Georgia Tech this afternoon. They've been aggressive. It's going to bring up Thomas Smith. 0 for 2 on the afternoon.
Thomas Smith did walk and score back in the sixth. A 3-run sixth inning for Georgia Tech.
Now, do you consider a bunt here?
I think you let him swing away. I think you don't take the bat out of his hands and give North Carolina another out.
And Kelly's having trouble finding the strike zone, so it's probably a good call.
Only advantage a bunt would give you here is on the case of a pass ball or something that gets away from the catcher. Either way, it's going to take a hit to get a run in.
Jason Morgan in the North Carolina bullpen, the right-hander, warming up.
I think you'd only see Jason Morgan get to extra innings, maybe in the case of a walk, but ultimately you should know pretty quickly what Trevor Kelly's fate's going to be.
Runners at first and second, one out. 1-0. Here's Trevor Kelly. His pitch. Down the third base line, and that ball is going to get into the corner. And Georgia Tech has done the unthinkable. They've walked off against North Carolina.
A great job by Georgia Tech of responding, being down 5 runs to nothing. 3 runs in the 6th, 2 runs in the 8th, and a walk-off down the left field line by Thomas Smith to win it, bringing in Kel Johnson. Georgia Tech responded down the stretch, and a great job by the Georgia Tech pitching staff. Didn't allow a hit after that 4-run 4th inning for the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Well, here it is. How he got here, it was North Carolina jumping out in front early, 5-0, even had a grand slam in this one. But it's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets who are all smiles after rallying from behind to win 6-5. To watch this game, as well as others on the family of ESPN networks, log into watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Game 2 coming up here on ESPN3. Stay with us. It's the rubber match between Georgia Tech and North Carolina coming up.